my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean.
This one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time, and leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson. Right to the air is Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn his sack. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, You're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Inside give to Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive 7 plays in length. And culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Prescott. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got over the scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. If he keeps up this pace in the 2nd half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Moore, and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive for 4 plays. And it was all kept off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
Prescott on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown up. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3, fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
If you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2 and it brings up 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 58 yards.
And the Cowboys take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They're obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, but that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It's fielded at the 45. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, Paul, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Prescott going to keep again, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down plays. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Prescott off play action, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the move to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that... to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
To try again after the sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing here, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. call it a gain of 6 on to play, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Marr on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. To throw is Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Prescott here to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right?
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping and track out with messed up suspension.